Bit of a change, gang. I've had a Temu delivery and I'm going to do an unpacking video. I know a lot of yous have vans. And I got this waterproof blanket. This was a tenner. Oh, it feels very good. And the stitching's very good. It's thin and light, which is not a bad thing. This is going in my van. I've got a mattress. And the idea is so that I keep my mattress clean. These mattresses are great, by the way. I got this off Amazon. It folds into a chair, yeah? So that is another thing I suppose I could show you at the same time. It's got little elasticated straps to go over the corners. But what I'm going to use it for is not to go over the mattress on a night, to go over the mattress during the day maybe so it doesn't get mucky. Yeah, that's the thinking. I'll have a bed sheet on here. That's money well spent there. You would have paid more than that in the shop. Got 30 metres hose, one of them, but you can see it. And that was £8. So that was a bargain. I always get these odds and bobs. I do a lot of feeder fishing. I know a lot of you do nowadays. And what I do with these tail stops is you can make a semi-bolt rig. What you do is that fits into the feeder. So you wet it and put it just into the feeder, and what happens when a fish lifts it up? It's a bolt rig basically, but if it's a big fish and it shakes its head, that will come out of the feeder. Do you get me? The feeder will go down the line, and if you watch Matthew Collins' videos, it means that then, if that's your line, imagine your line then sags. It means that it's keeping a tight line because the lead's hanging down away from the fish and it can't shake it out because it's keeping the line tight. You could even put your rod down on the floor and it still won't get off. But if you feed, say if that kind of corks the fish and you've got a 4-inch hook length and your feeder's there or your lead's there, the bomb's there, the fish can shake it off because it's close to the fish cut, can easily, you know. So that's a benefit of using a semi-bolt rig, but you know, it's kind of free running, but it's a bolt rig. I've got myself it's like a Preston one, isn't it? It's for getting your loops all the same size, you know. And they're £4 in the tackle shops, and I think that was £1.80. So that's a good buy. Yes, I've done them too. I've got 2 of them because I keep one at home in me shed. Now this is a bolt rig, a bolt and run rig. If you go into any carp waters, and it's got to be free running, this speed will give you a bolt effect. But then, same what I was talking about with them. Exactly the same thing with them. Now I've got some, I'll have to put the word up now because it's on the tip of my tongue. But similar thing with these, this little pointy dome thing fits into the feeder and again acts as a bolt rig. But it's not, you know. As soon as it lifts up, it's the hook's set. But then when the fish moves away, this will come out of the feeder. Just the right size to fit in. I've got some rod straps. It does the job, is what I'm saying. I was hoping that we'd have a band puller on one of these. Not sure we have Sugalong, which you get a lot of this brand on Amazon. Yeah, and some of the gear is cheap and cheerful, but some of it ain't bad. Anyway, these are silly money in the tackle shops, like £8, and I think I paid £2.20 for that, you know, for a set of 5. Right, I've got PVA mesh, 5 metres, fine mesh. It's a refill, 37mm. This is the wider one. They did do a 25mm wide one, an inch. And they charge £7 for this in the shops. All right, you might get you get the plunger thing. But we all have plungers anyway when you bought them time. So this was £1.45. They do sell refills in the shops, but they're more like getting on for the same price as what you get with a plunger. You know, there's only like £1 difference. So £1.45, gang, cannot go wrong. I got some PVA tape, Hirisi. These are the brands where they do good hooks. If you're looking for good hooks but cheap, look for Hirisi on Temu. PVA tape for putting your stringers on, stringer boilies, or put a string of sweet, anything really. I'm doing these, see me videos for I've got this paste, special paste I make, which it's not like a sloppy paste, it's like what they use for chub fishing. It's like plasticine, but soft enough for the hook to pull through. And I reckon I can fold 4 or 5 chunks of that paste over this tape, hook it onto the bottom of my rig, cast in just like you would a PVA bag. Right, this is interesting, gang. I've never seen this before. This is new on Temu. It's a self-depth finding float. And supposedly, when you get a bite, it vibrates. yeah. So I don't know if there's a battery in or how it works. I don't know. I didn't really look into it. It was about £3.85 or £3.95. It's got the line on there. But if you go somewhere new, you might get there on an afternoon and you don't want to start plumbing up. You know the fish are feeding, you know they're going to be in the edge. And my idea is I can just put this in the edge with a bit of bait on and see if the fish are there. And if they are there and I catch, I can see what depth it is. I'm hoping it stops at the depth, you know. You like a slider float would, don't it? And I reel it back with a fish. I know the fish are there or not there, but I know the depth. It's just something to mess about with, you know. So I'll do a video on that. That's if it works. If it doesn't work, I won't do the video. See what this one is. It's another float setup. I just put that one away. I've got a lead with it. It's another automatic depth finding float thing. It's interesting because I saw on there's like a little video clip on there. Somehow this clicks up. I don't know how it works yet, but obviously that must go in the top. If it works, I'll do it on the same video as that. I'll do both of them together if they work, yeah. So we'll have a look at these chod beads. They're another bolt and run rig. Yeah, they are. They're another bolt and run rigs. They're a smaller version. Doesn't matter which one you get down. They're basically the same. The Hirisi ones is a good company. I'd probably go with the Hirisi ones if you see it. It's a chod bead, but basically the same thing. You wet it, you put it into that ball. This ball's slightly tapered. So you just put it on slightly. You swivel to the leads off here in the middle. When a fish takes it, it hooks itself, but then this bead slips off and the lead runs down the line. It's what they call a bolt and run rig. So yeah, I've got 2 sets of chod rigs. I think there's 10 in a pack, so I've got 20 of them. I've got these 2 floats. I've got these turbo beads, that's what they're called, turbo beads, Corda do them, and they're like £4 a pack, yeah. And they charge this tape £4 a pack, yeah. And I say they're £7 in the shop. So if you add all this up, another £5, £4, £4, let's say £4. Pay £7 just for the cable, and another £6.50 for the set tool station. I've priced them up, so I've saved there. And I say this waterproof mat, you know, I've saved me this. So add all that up. I just thought I'd share it with you in case anybody was thinking about making a Temu order. It all came in 5 days. So I reckon I've saved, I don't know, I'll add it up and put it on the screen here now up in this corner how much I reckon I've saved. If you don't get up to £15, you have to pay for postage, and it's high. It comes from China, it will be high. I mean, for what I've got, I'm over the moon. That's the blanket there. As I say, the quality is high. It's not just acceptable. The stitching is high. It's got 3 or 4 layers in that. The idea is, I don't want something woolen or cotton, because it just get, you know, I just want something light that's washable, goes in the washing machine, yeah. So any muck that gets on that in the van, it's not a problem. It just goes into the washing machine once a week, you know.